of 3% will be given, and further pay scales and all will be given like that. They are giving some 14 conditions for this one with the illustrations how different scales will come, stagnation will come like that and all. So here, as then illustrations are there. The conditions in 2010, the government of India gave some Ministry of Finance, Personnel and Training gave some conditions for the implementation of MSCP regarding various queries from autonomous bodies and other departments which didn't switch over to ACP or ACP. The first condition is that one, the earlier ACP scheme was also implemented or adopted by the said autonomous body or statutory body. The proposal to adopt MACP scheme has been approved by the governing board or board of directors. The third point is that one, the administrative ministry / financial advisor of the ministry has concurred with the proposal. Fourth condition is financial implications of adoption of MACP scheme have been taken into account by the organization, by the body, and the additional financial implication can met by it within the existing budget or grants, means no extra funds will be given or budget allocation will be given by the government or concerned ministry. As per the devised agreement, the proposal shall be processed by the financial advisor concerned in the first instance, and subject to its meeting the requirements spell it on 1, 2, and 3 above. He would obtain the orders of the administrative head or secretary of the concerned ministry for approving the extension of MACP to such a body. This is for autonomous bodies and other statutory bodies. And when we filed a case, the first case was filed in 2013. And I will read out this reply affidavit submitted by KVS and all, later going to the court cases and all. So there is a large what we can say preface or history we got in this MACP. In this MACP and the senior scale, section scale, ACP got subsided somewhere. And regarding MACP, the court KVS challenged this one. We teachers opted out from ACP. Then the proposal to adopt MACP scheme have been approved by the governing body, board of directors, but the later the MHRD, finance ministry, other ministries, they said no to the implementation of MACP for teachers, that we will take one by one to us. Before going to the court cases, the first letter regarding the implementation of pay scale was issued in 5/11/2008 by KVS. And in that one, nothing was being mentioned about this MACP or anything, because it has come only in the year of 2011. And first, they have given all these cases. And in the 2012, a JCM has been conducted, and in the JCM, it has been taken. One of the additional agenda point was a grant of MACP to the teaching staff. The chairperson JCM was of the view that KVS may continue its efforts with the ministry. The additional information sought by MHRD has been provided on 10/9/2012. The approval is still awaited. One of this communication between KVS and MHRD regarding this MACP. And in 9/2/2011, adoption of modified assured career progression scheme MSCPs for the employees of Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangadan at par with the central government civilian employees. The matter pertaining to the adoption of modified assured career progression scheme for the teaching and non-teaching employees of Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangadan at par with the central government civilian employees was under examination with the Ministry of HRD. The approval of Ministry of HRD, Government of India, as conveyed wide letter F number so and so January 2011 is communicated for adoption subject to the following conditions. MSCP scheme is extended to the non-academic, means non-teaching group B and C employees of KVS. The guidelines issued by the Department of Personnel and Training, wide OIM so and so 19th May 2009, shall apply mutandis and mutandis annexure 1. The scheme is in suppression of the previous ACP scheme, and clarifications like that it is given, and here it is specifically given that it is only for the non-teaching category. Then on 26/2012, Dr. E. Prabhakar, Joint Commissioner, Personnel, sent a letter to the Under Secretary UT2 MHRD, New Delhi. The subject is as follows: adoption of modified assured career progression scheme for teaching category employees of KVS at par with the central government civilian employees regarding. The first point, it is noted that likely additional annual expenditure once MACP is implemented. Availability of funds within the budget estimates 2012-13 to meet the expenses, MACP expenses. One, in case of implementation of MACP in the matter of teaching category of KVS, there will be an additional annual expenditure of rupees 30 crore, which can be met out from the resources for 2012-13. However, additional fund will be required to meet out the arrear payment, that is rupees 113 crores, 113 crores approximately for the period from 1/9/2008 to 30/6/2012. The calculation sheet is enclosed as Annexure 1 and 2. It is therefore requested that the matter may be taken up on top priority and the approval of the Government of India in extending the benefits of MACPs to the teaching category of employees of KVS with effect from 1/9/2008 may be conveyed immediately, as the staff association is pressing hard. This is one communication from KVS to MHRD. So, the most derogatory or the most harmful, what I can say, the letter from KVS to Ministry is on 9/12/2010. The Ministry of HRD has asked the expense or liability for the implementation of MACP, and this is what we obtained as a sense we obtained from the headquarters during 2010-11 from some of the our contact persons in the account section. They have said this particular letter which I am going to read is totally torpedoed or applied a quarter pin for the implementation of MACP to the teachers. That is, I am to refer to MHRD's letter number dated 9/8/2010 on the subject mentioned above